one day somebody does something unspeakable to someone else, to someone you hardly knew, and you do something about it because you can.
This story is brought to us by the BBC. The Trump administration has canceled the visas of at least 6 people for public comments made about the murder of right-wing influencer Charlie Kirk. Now, in a post on X, the social media platform, the United States Department of State wrote, "The United States has no obligation to host foreigners who wish death on Americans." It shared screenshots of 6 social media posts, which it said were examples of foreign visa holders welcoming Charlie Kirk's death in September, and suggested further visa cancellations would follow. Charlie Kirk, an ally of President Donald Trump, a really good friend of his, was shot dead while speaking at a university event in Utah. The 31-year-old's legacy has been celebrated by conservatives who view him as a free speech champion and an effective mobilizer of young Republicans. But comments by Charlie Kirk, who co-founded Turning Point USA, a student organization focused on spreading conservative ideas on college campuses, have prompted angry liberal backlash on numerous occasions, and he was accused of hate speech and racism for his comments on issues such as race and crime and abortion, big topic. In the statement, the State Department said it continues to identify visa holders who celebrated the heinous assassination of Charlie Kirk. Said the 6 people who had their visas revoked were from Argentina, South Africa, Mexico, Brazil, Germany, and Paraguay, according to the State Department. It is unclear when the department revoked the visas and what type of visa each person held. While they have not been named, South African national Nalamo Baloyi told media, including Reuters and the Washington Post, that his visa had been revoked. He said he had written one of the posts shared by the State Department, and in the post he said Charlie Kirk won't be remembered as a hero and described his followers as trailer trash. Hey, I live in a mobile home. He added that he received confirmation last week that his business visa had been revoked. Brazilian comedian Tiago Santinelli, who's 33, identified himself as another member of the group. He told BBC Brazil that he learned 2 weeks ago while in Portugal for a show that he had lost his U.S. tourist visa. He said the development was a source of pride for me and my followers. It didn't really have any negative impact. No, he's happy about it. In his September 16th post to his 430,000 followers on X, Santinelli wrote that Charlie Kirk had died too late and said that he was the reason for a Nazi demonstration where they marched in tribute to him. Good riddance, he told the BBC. I did make the joke. It was an aggressive joke. I have no regrets. That's it. The announcement of the visa cancellations came the same day as President Trump posthumously awarded Charlie Kirk the Presidential Medal of Freedom. Now, President Trump has described Charlie Kirk as a martyr and blamed what he called far-left radicals for the killing. He said Charlie Kirk was fatally shot on September 10th at Utah Valley University while speaking in front of thousands at the American Comeback Tour hosted by Turning Point USA. Tyler Robinson was arrested as a suspect 2 days later, and he's been charged with aggravated murder by state prosecutors. The Trump administration's visa cancellations mirror a larger effort by Republicans to target Charlie Kirk's critics in the wake of his death, with Vice President J.D. Vance urging people to call their employer to report those who celebrated the killing. TV host Jimmy Kimmel was temporarily pulled off the air after comments he made about the shooting of Charlie Kirk. And more broadly, the Trump administration has expanded social media vetting during visa applications and revoked thousands of student visas as part of its immigration crackdown. Over 6,000 international student visas have been canceled this year, and the State Department said the vast majority of the violations were assault, driving under the influence or DUI, burglary, and support for terrorism. While the State Department did not specify what it meant by support for terrorism, the Trump administration has targeted some students who have protested in support of Palestine. God, there's so much there. And when Jimmy Kimmel was pulled off there, I remember he did an apology and he said, I didn't want to offend anybody. I feel for this young man who lost his life. And he did come back and do an apology over that. But a couple of things. Is it right for J.D. Vance, the vice president, to go, hey, anybody that's celebrating this death, call their employer, get them fired? Is that a violation of free speech? It's a good question. Is he trampling on free speech by doing that? Because you should be allowed to say whatever, right? I disagree with it. I mean, look, the man lost his life over words. Words. And I don't celebrate the death of anybody, particularly Charlie Kirk, but it's free speech, right? I still want to know. And what do you guys think about the canceling of these visas just over that? And then again, he's expanded. If you want to get a visa in the United States, now they're going to be looking at your social media. I don't know. A lot of stuff there. What do you guys think? Let me know.